Nice.
Um,
There.
Look who's with me.
Oh my God.
What up, Brett?
What up? How you doing, brother?
I'm well. Yourself?
I'm great. Mr. Curtis. You look fantastic.
Thank you. Back at you. I was sitting over there. It felt like several years ago. I was back at Daybreak.
Same voices.
Back in the good old days, man. Well, it's good to see you.
Yeah, likewise.
Basically, we have nearly the whole old Daybreak team back together again.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Man, the good old days. Back in the good old days.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, it's great to see you too. Have a good day.
I came up here because I thought it'd be the studio is like in constant use for Zoom meetings.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah. This looks good. Well,
Okay.
I'm in my basement.
Yes, I can tell. I can see the ceiling.
Yeah, isn't it lovely? I was trying to get that ceiling out of there, but then all you do is look at the floor.
Yep, I know.
That's attractive.
It is what it is.
Anyway, well, it's great seeing you.
Great to see you too.
I don't normally get to see you. We talk, but not like this.
See. Yeah.
I know. I used to kind of hate the whole idea of Zoom and Skype and all those things. I like talking on the phone for some reason, maybe because I was old school. And then all of a sudden, this has become in vogue, and it's the only way to communicate.
I saw that you were doing what we're doing, like having cocktail hours with people.
Yes. Yeah, we've
That's
been talking.
fun.
It is a lot of fun. And until you get like too many people, when you have like more than 4 or 5, then it just becomes this kind of scrum for talk. It's just noise, and the computer doesn't know who to listen to, and so everybody's kind of like the old digital age,
We had one scheduled for Friday night with 4 ladies from the neighborhood, and we went 4.5 hours. The last hour and a half, the men hopped in, but I mean it was 4.5 hours,
wow.
And the time was gone because we were just. I mean, not that there's a ton to catch up on, but then again, there is.
Yeah.
Like figuring out the school stuff, how that's going for all of our kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Well, 4.5 hours though, Emily.
I know. Well, it was Friday night. The drinks were flowing.
I know, but at least now you have like the real shift. You have the golden shift in broadcast.
I really do. I really do. Yeah.
We used to call this the Larry Nienhaus shift, because it was the best shift in the building,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You got to do the show, but you also, you didn't have to be in there until after 9 sometime. When, whenever stroll in, 10 o'clock, whatever. Do the noon show, and then take lunch.
Take off for several hours.
Yeah.
If you were him, yeah.
I'm sure, I don't want to disparage him. I'm sure he had lots of things that he had to do. I just never saw it because I was out on a story as a reporter, I was running around, so I never saw what he did during the day, but, so I just in my mind made up all these like possibilities of what he was golfing, or he was out, and then I come back after sweating it up a storm, trying to get a story or just last second. So, but you're still working at the building. That's amazing.
Yes, every day.
Why are you still there?
So the way we have it set up, one Daybreak anchor is here, one Daybreak anchor is at home. Week on, week off, they switch.
Okay.
And then I'm the noon anchor, and my co-anchor is Tom. We are both in because Tom does traffic on Daybreak. So he comes in and does, there's very little traffic right now, but he's coming in every day and doing that. He usually goes home for a longer break. On his week, he does the noon show and then he leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the weeks I do the noon show, I come in at 11, the Daybreak anchor leaves, and I'm there 11 until 4 when the evening anchor comes in. So there's always an anchor here because we're constantly going on with press conferences at 3 in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon, 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just constantly trying to stay on your toes to follow what's going on in the news.
Yeah. It is constant.
Yeah, I imagine.
Press release after cancellation, after development. Every day at 3 o'clock, we get the new numbers, how many new cases, how many deaths in the state, county by county. We're keeping track of all of it.
Is this like the biggest story you think ever?
I think it is. I think it is certainly the biggest thing since 9/11.
Yeah.
It reminds me of being in the newsroom during 9/11 because, again, just the constant developments, the change in the world, just the way people are operating and the way just when you go to the store, the mood in the store. Unfortunately, I think that brought people together. Unfortunately, I think this is starting to really kind of tear people apart. They're going a little stir crazy. They're bringing politics in it. I don't know if it's because it's an election year or just because of the temperature of where things are in the country as far as politics, but
yeah. That's tough. I was kind of afraid of that. You know, I could see everybody was kind of coming together, but the other thing is that just by the nature of what this is, it forces people to be apart. You can't sit there and touch each other anymore. You can't actually get in their faces. It's almost like Facebook has become real life now. You know, how everybody you can say whatever you want. You have no filter whatsoever. You don't have to be polite because that person can't get to you.
Yep.
And now it's like 24/7. So it could get even uglier. So yeah, I do.
And when there's something, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I do agree that people have come together and there have been some really amazing things that have come of it, but it also appears to be an opportunity for people to kind of fall apart, like you said.
Yeah. And it's something, again, that you can't see it until you can see it, until somebody is suffering through it. But until then, it's like, is this even like really happening? Is this happening?
Yeah.
I don't feel sick. No one I know is sick. Show me these people in the hospital.
Yeah. I get it. I know. I mean, it's got to be a tough thing because it's your job to tell them and to show them those people and to make this invisible thing visible. How do you do that?
Susan Samples has been doing an excellent job of getting in touch with families who have had loved ones die and to actually, tell their obituary, basically, through their family members, through pictures of them alive and healthy. That's putting a face on it.
Right.
I'm hoping people are listening to those stories, as sad as they are, as continuous as they are. It's personalizing what's happening because it's not just that person I don't know. You're still looking at their daughter, their son, their spouse, their brother and sister who are now missing them and couldn't even say a proper goodbye to them. That's hard to imagine too.
Oh, I imagine so. I mean, that's the hardest thing of all. I've seen so many stories on that where people have had to say goodbye on the phone or they had to say goodbye through glass.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is heartbreaking. But how are people reacting though? I mean, you're covering the story in the age of fake news and a lot of kind of disgust and pushback against journalists. Yeah. I mean, you're trying to tell a really important story and yet people are getting angry about it.
It's a little bit of what we've seen before with some other controversial topics, global warming, climate change. It's the science versus what people don't want to see, don't want to believe. And so we're seeing, every day like that, those 3 o'clock numbers, they're coming out through the state of Michigan, like how many new cases were diagnosed yesterday? How many people lost their lives yesterday? Some people don't want to accept that as fact. They don't want to follow the governor's orders, stay home, stay safe. They want to go out and do some of the things that, they want their freedom that they're not allowed to have right now. Yeah.
So
it's been some pushback.
Yeah, it's certainly, we've seen a lot of it in Michigan, especially around the state capitol, but that's kind of gone on and beyond there to other states. So does that surprise you that people are pushing back like that though?
If I think hard about it, no. The things that people are pushing back about give me pause, but then again, it's their freedoms that they're wanting and that they're missing and that they're demanding. And whether that freedom is getting a haircut or freedom of speech, freedom to right to carry, they're all on a level playing field almost right now.
Freedom to talk to a friend outside of a Zoom box.
Yeah, exactly.
Because this is another bizarre thing. So you have to change everything. You've done how many interviews with on Zoom?
I've been doing about 2 a day.
Yeah.
And in the studio, we just set them up. People call in, and people are getting good at it. I mean, luckily it's a pretty user-friendly, program. But we're in that. I mean, it's just because there's fewer people in the building. It's tightly contained. We in and do the whole interview and out, and it's one edit, and it's in the show.
Yep.
So
we're all done. I mean, that is good from a perspective of a journalist, because you want to go out and get the information really quickly. And the worst part about it was always the travel time from location.
Yes.
That was the biggest enemy, was getting there and getting back and getting on TV.
Yeah.
Now you can at least just cut it and go.
It is disappointing, though. As you know, I was always a big advocate of good, clean, trained video, or video that is well thought out. Grainy cell phone video, photos, not horizontal video, like people doing the camera the wrong way. Cell phone video is kind of what we put on TV every day now. That's disappointing, but it is what it is. That's what's available.
How do you handle like news conferences and that sort of thing? Are those on Zoom too?
Yes, and Facebook Live and TVU. So the governor speaks, like I said, at least every other day now from Lansing. WLNS does TVU signals.
How do you survive though without the internet these days? It's crazy.
And hello, Netflix.
I know. Absolutely, yeah. We live on that, and we have Netflix and Disney and and it's not enough. How is that? How's it possible? That's not enough. No, that's just not enough.
Yeah, send more, please.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's like Disney and HBO, they still come out at once a week with their new shows. Like on Sunday nights, they'll have Westworld. Yeah. Monday nights, they'll have the whatever that is, Plot Against America show.
Okay.
And so it's a week. You gotta wait a week.
Yeah. There's no waiting anymore. We're not used to this.
Yeah, it's like Curse of Oak Island. I watch that every Tuesday night. I have to wait a week to find out if they found the treasure or not.
Do you like your new house?
I love it. Love it.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. You can't really tell here because I'm down in my basement. This is kind of my. It's become my headquarters. I'm working as a financial advisor now, and then I also have a business called BuzzLadder.com, BuzzLadder PR, and so this is kind of this is the bat layer. It's the BuzzLadder layer.
BuzzLadder, the buzz,
right.
yeah.
Anyway, well, it's good talking to you, Emily, and we will talk again soon. Thanks a lot.
Tell Gina I said hi. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.